but it's lied. But then I want to be informed. If this is some sort of bioweapons screw up of the EcoHealth Alliance as a cover and then, funded through the Defense Threat Reduction Agency. First of all, if you guys are so good at all this clandestine cloak and dagger stuff, really you're going to fund it through the Defense Threat Reduction Agency, DTRA? You're going to come up, some British zoologist just happens to get $50 million in grants. Come on. We signed some conventions back in the 70s or ratified them or whatever we did. There's the Geneva Convention, further one. My guess is that Anthony Fauci is well understood to have biowarfare responsibilities. Then they may be defensive and they may even be within the letter of whatever agreements. But stop making him into America's kindly doctor. Stop lying to us, because if you want my compliance, I need information. Otherwise, I'm thinking we need to move towards civil disobedience. You cannot have the abuse of emergency powers like this. You have emergency powers in times of war, in times of pandemic and national emergency, and abusing emergency powers over a population like this is itself an act. I think we're talking about near treasonous behavior. We have to be not afraid to say this. We're talking about actual fascism, whereas you have the government, the White House press secretary, and the executive branch defending Anthony Fauci, who's also sitting in the executive branch, his disinformation and misinformation, going after my friend who has a podcast.
Be careful, you're going to get me kicked off Spotify. I'm with you.
Suck it up.
I know. No,
seriously.
I take it.
Forget the audience. If the audience leaves, fuck them. If the sponsors leave, fuck them. If the technology platforms won't have us on, fuck them. There was an old commercial called "What are you saving the Chivas for?" People supposedly buying Chivas Regal and not opening it because it was too special. And they're like, come on, these are your friends. You should open that bottle. Now, I don't know that Chivas Regal is really that high a beverage, but I love the expression. What are you saving the Chivas for? At what point do you just say enough? I'm an anti-libertarian, and I'm saying, freedom. Let's just chant the word freedom at these people. We need Anthony Fauci removed, and my guess is we need Joe Biden removed. And I would prefer that we do it legally and peacefully. I don't know whether we can do this through impeachment. I don't know whether we can do it through the ballot box. We cannot have an octogenarian, soon to be, in a state of cognitive decline with a nuclear football, supporting some sort of medical fascist who believes that he has the right to run our lives by denying us information and labeling all of us who question him anti-science. This is dystopia already, and it's not going to get better, right? So I think it's super important that we actually just recognize maybe we're going to lose our livelihoods. Maybe we're going to lose money. Maybe China's not going to, allow me to buy the car I always wanted.
Well, look, the truckers in Canada, I think, are a great